Hello everyone, my name is the Mythical Hawk and welcome to Season 10 of Hermitcraft. Now you're probably wondering, Hawk, isn't Hermitcraft over? That's correct, and that means that the world is now available for download. And so this is the first time I've ever attempted to download a world onto my Minecraft, and it seems to have worked successfully. But we're not just going to hang out on the Hermitcraft server, we have a goal today. That's right, we are here at the Scarfari Zoo and we have a very big goal in mind. So all season I have been watching Good Times with Scar make this incredible place. I mean, just look at this place. It is absolutely incredible. A place where people can come and enjoy seeing all of the animals in Minecraft from the comfort of their very own couch. The amount of detail put into this place is nothing to sniff at. From the super fun zombie exhibit to the incredible volcano. Now, I would not presume to make this place any better than it already is. I mean, it's so hard to improve upon perfection. But out of the most amazing place in the world, there is one thing that perhaps I can help with. And that, my friends, is this. I have spent the entire Season 10 wanting to fix this, and finally, I can. So I'm going to switch over to survival mode and get started right on in here, because this, frankly, right now, is a mess. And there is just items that just need sorting, and shulker boxes that are partially empty or completely empty in this one's case. And I just think that I can pretty this place up just a little bit, so let's see what we can do. I've decided to start by just getting shulker boxes full of the same item so that they show up on top. That way it's a little bit easier for me to see what I'm working with. However, I realized very quickly that there are a lot of items in these boxes and not a lot of boxes. So I started with the most basic things: grass, dirt, terracotta, and sort of just tried to sort as many blocks as I could. As this went on, I realized that I would probably end up needing an outside storage system. At first, I was using the chests that were already there, compiling all of the items into the chests and taking the blocks out of the chest to put into the shulker boxes. I emptied out one of the chests in order to fill it with full shulker boxes, but yeah, it's getting a little crowded. So, at about 2 hours in, I decided that I was going to make a series of chests that are organised by colour. One of my favourite ways to organise things is in rainbow order, and I figure if I'm going to organise this thing, why not do it the way that I want to? I am probably going to post a full video of me just organizing these in real time on the channel with no commentary, if anybody out there is like me and enjoys watching stuff like that. Otherwise, I'm just gonna skip to the next day. So it's the next day and I am realizing how big of an undertaking this is. I really enjoy how I've decided to organize this so far. The rainbow order is really, really nice. However, we are starting to run into a bit of an issue with the green, the brown, and the light grey. Because there's so much dirt and grass and stone and moss, we might need another set of chests for those things. I did actually look in the storage car, but I realized that the storage car is probably only slightly more organized than the chest monster is, so we're gonna have to come up with something else. But the main thing is to get this sorted out, so I'm gonna keep going. Over the course of this process, I feel like I've gotten to know Scar more, just in the way that he organizes his chests. Is that strange? I feel like you can tell who a person is by how they organize their Minecraft chests. Well, you know what they say, the best way to a man's heart is through his chest monster. It was around this time, and I want to say this was maybe 5 or 6 hours into sorting, that I realized I really need a sorting system. I need somewhere to put these that isn't just chests that are 20 blocks away from where the original chest monster was. So I turned to YouTube. For some reason, and I couldn't remember this at the time, but I remembered that Etho had a really cool sorting system this season, so I looked up his video.
I really like what Pearl did recently in one of her videos. She invited me to give a tour of her base. That way she had someone to like talk to and bounce off of and ask questions, that kind of thing. I thought I'd try to do the same thing here. I invited Scar to get a tour of our new storage room because he hinted to me recently that he wanted me to make him a storage room. And he desperately needs one.
The reason I knew that is because he invited Scar to come and look at it to see if it was something that he might want to implement in his base.
Because it's only like 27 different items, you're not going to spend an hour looking through 400 trying to find something because they're all broken up into groups.
Can you fit this in a railroad car?
I guess we all know how that turned out. Also, I think that system is just a little bit too complicated for me personally, and so I turned to good old reliable mumbo jumbo.
Now that hopper minecart is going to be sent off into 6 different branches. So we've got stone, we've got redstone supplies, we've got wood supplies, farming supplies, valuables, and then miscellaneous items on the end.
Now, this video seemed incredibly promising, but I don't watch Mumbo a lot, and I sort of forgot that he figures out the redstone in his videos, but doesn't quite make a tutorial on how to actually make it. He just sort of says things like,
So now I've started trying to work out the next part of the redstone, which is the spoon removal. And this is hurting my brain a little bit because I need to use a non-stackable item filter. As soon as we get a non-stackable item, we need to tell the hopper minecart to travel off because it's finished filtering out the items. We then need that non-stackable item to be separated from the items that have been coming from the hopper minecart. And then we need to make that non-stackable item go somewhere.
I don't know what that means, Mumbo. So I downloaded the world, now that I know how to do that, and I did what I do best. Broke all of the redstone. I separated the machine out into multiple layers, and I'm really hoping that I can figure out how on earth to put this together. But at this point, I am procrastinating on organizing, so once again, let's get back to the shulker boxes. I'm slowly but surely building a stack of empty shulker boxes that I can use to make new shulker boxes out of, but it feels like we are running out of room already. I'm trying to consolidate items as best I can, and it is really interesting to see the sorts of bulk items that Scar has. I remember where he used a lot of these items in his zoo exhibits, and so it's really cool to see what he has a lot left of and what he may have had a lot of but emptied out over the course of building the zoo. I think the last thing I'm going to do is flat out an area for the item sorter. Now, I had a couple of ideas. I was considering making sort of a people mover around the entire zoo that functions both as a way to get around the zoo, but also as a way to sort items, and then each zoo exhibit would have their own items that would be sorted into it. And I thought that might be a fun way of doing it. However, I don't want to change the park because, like I said at the beginning of the video, you can't improve upon perfection. I don't want to take away from Scar's vision at all, and so instead I decided to do something a little different. Behind the zombie exhibit, there is a cool backstage area that Scar seemed very proud of and honestly looks really, really cool. It's reminiscent of the backstage areas at Disney World and Disneyland, which, if you watch Scar, you know are huge influences of his. I thought that maybe I could expand upon this backstage area, and my idea for this is to have one of those flat-topped buildings that you see on the borders of Disneyland, and then sort of put a berm behind it so you can't see it from the ocean. And I sort of want to decorate it with mascot costumes and animal products and all that sort of thing. But that probably comes later. For now, I decided to get rid of all these trees, or at least the ones directly behind the zombie exhibit. Okay, it's been a really long time, and I've decided that I think I just want to burn this down. So I've kind of separated the trees into, like, this area where I don't think the fire will spread. And I'm gonna go find some flint and steel. Where's the flint and steel? There's no flint and steel in these chests. I know where I can find flint and steel. Life Series Toy Box, you never fail me. So, I'm a lot like Scar in that I love to watch things burn in Minecraft. So, I'm very excited about this actually. And I went a little bit crazy with the fire. I found a really nice place to watch it sort of burn, and I sat back with a snack and was content to just sort of let the thing record. And, yeah, this is me, real time, watching as the trees do not in fact burn. And this is when I realized that fire tick is off, which is very fortunate for the hermits, but unfortunate for a Minecraft arsonist like me. So, back to good old-fashioned hard work. Apologies again for the bad video quality. I should have it figured out now, but this is the beginning of me building the sorting system that you saw on Mumbo's video. I am in creative mode because I thought it would take me a long time, but oh my god. Okay, so this took me like way longer than it should have, and I didn't have like Lightmatica or anything like that at the time, so I was just kind of like referencing these screenshots that I took and then got onto my phone and then just building them off of what I saw on my phone. There are hoppers wrong, I'm sure, and there are like chests in the wrong direction and like rails in the wrong direction. I don't even think chests can go in the wrong direction, but anyway, I don't really know how to do redstone, as many of you who watch this channel know, but I did my best attempt. Okay, so all the chests should be filled up. I am gonna just grab some of these items and like put them in the sorting chest, like Mumbo did, to see if it works. Oh gosh. It didn't work. Oh no. Oh, no. It's not working. Okay, we're not gonna freak out yet. We're gonna figure it out. And then I proceeded to try and figure it out for the next, like, I think I spent a good 3 hours trying to figure out this redstone. I went back and forth. I went to Mumbo's test world. I went to Mumbo's base in season 10. I like zoomed over there, zoomed back like a bajillion times, and I couldn't get it to work. So I did what any rational person would do, and I broke all of it. The redstone system did not work, so I'm making a different one. Alright, Impulse SV from however many years ago made this great redstone sorting system, and so that's what we're gonna use. Can you tell I am so frustrated and exhausted? Let's make this cooler, epic redstone system. We don't need mumbo jumbo. Who needs mumbo jumbo? Who needs any complicated redstone? Let's make this simple. So here's the new plan. I'm gonna go with my color-based idea that I had originally, and we are just going to put it all in a big row, all of the colors on the bottom, right over here. And at first, what I started to do was I started to make it perpendicular to the back of the cast area. I started to design the way that the hoppers would all connect up, how they would feed into the giant sorter that is going to be behind this out in the ocean. Eventually, I realized that it would just be easier to make the chests parallel to the backstage area and have all of the hoppers just go back that way, instead of having this entire big square of hoppers going all the way around. At this point, I was really exhausted and just wanted to get back to organizing things, so I stayed in creative for the designing process of this and then resolved to just put everything away in survival mode. So if any of you want to come at me for using creative to do this, go watch a different video. Okay, let's do this time lapse. Woo woo. Holy macaroni, guys. Okay, we're back. That time lapse that I just put in was like 2.5 hours of this entire thing. Wasn't even half of it. But look at this. Oh my gosh, you can see a little bit of it in the back. I'm gonna show you, I promise, but I am... Oh my gosh, I'm exhausted. I'm so pleased with how this turned out. So, I don't even know where to start. This is the sorting system. All of the towers are like water towers that all of the items go up into. There is sorting for every single color in here and every single block that fits into that color type. Oh my god. This took me way too long, guys. Way too long, but I am so happy because it works and we're gonna turn it into something really cool. So let me get into that. So this time lapse is me in survival mode now, putting all of the filter items in. Now, my idea for this is it's not just going to be a big random sorting system in the back of the zoo. No, 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 no. We do themed things here, alright? And we're going to tie this into the theme of the zoo. So I have a really cool idea for a big animal feed factory behind the zombie exhibit. So this is where all of the food for the animals gets made and distributed around the zoo, and you will be able to come in and take a tour of it. There's going to be some metal walkways, and I have a bunch of fun stuff planned for all of the different areas that the animal feed gets made and grown from, but that's all coming later in the video. So for now, enjoy this time lapse. Oh my gosh, guys. This is it. This is all the boxes we have left to sort. That's it. We did it. It's just this. Oh my gosh. It feels so good to have everything in its place. Finally. So there's the yellow, the orange, the red. Brown isn't done yet, black isn't done yet, but you can see where all of them are gonna go. You can kind of see what the colors sort of look like when you're looking for blocks, and everything is working on sorting in the system right now. So not everything's full up yet, and not everything's gonna be completely full. I'm sure these end ones are not gonna have a ton in them, but you can see, oh, that's not right. Oh, that's not right either. So I've got to fix those, but for the most part, it's all working, and I am so pleased with everything. Oh my goodness. Look how satisfying it is. Ah, that's awesome. Okay, so now it's time to start building the rest of it. Making it look pretty and making it look like it's a part of the world that we have found ourselves in. So let's get over to that. Yeah, I'd say this is looking pretty good. Alright, time to add some details. And by details, I literally just mean go find some iron and make some walkways. Okay, let's do it. And I'm out of iron. Oh, Tango! Surely Tango has iron. Of all the people, I feel like, aha! Tango Tech, you beautiful man. Thank you. I will take that. I will take that. And I will take that. Okay, let's see how this looks now. Okay, you know what? That's pretty good. I need a break. I think I am gonna make something else for a little while. So I'm pretty happy with how this is coming out, but I think we need something else. Something to hide this ugly big thing. And I'll show you what I mean if I just come on over here. Oh my goodness, marshmallow. Thank you. Okay. If you look, you can kind of see the factory just sitting there, and it just doesn't look great among the zombie city, which is supposed to be kind of a centerpiece when you come over this bridge. So I'm thinking of putting something right in between these buildings, and I have an idea for what it might be. So I'm gonna go ahead and build it, and while I build it, let me know in the comments if you can guess what it is before I finish. Alright, let's do it. Well, guys, I gotta say, I'm pretty proud of this one. Look at that. Oh my gosh, I'm so pleased with this. So this clock tower is just meant to be a facade to hide the giant factory behind it, but look at it. I think it ties the city together, and I was so nervous to build anything in any relation to this incredible park, and trying to get it to look like it fits in with all of this amazing building was really hard, but it worked. I managed to do it, and I'm really pleased with it. So let me show you guys. It's actually just a facade. Like, when I say it's a facade, I really do mean it. Let me get up here, and these are spoilers, but look, it's just one block. Like, it's, you know, it's not anything like super big or anything, but it's just this one block, and everything's behind it. Like, the windows are covered, but from over here it just looks so good. It looks so good. I'm so pleased with this. So now for the next part, I'm gonna make the backstage area. Oh, I can't wait for this part too, but I think the clock tower is probably my favorite part of this whole build. Okay, let me show you this. Okay, enough with the time lapses, because this video is long enough, and at this rate I'm gonna need a part 2 to cover everything, but let me show you what I have made so far. So the idea was to go back here. Woo, that's close to my face. Back in this backstage area, and you would come back here and see a nice backstage, and as you can see, this is a little bit unfinished, but we have a nice actors area. So we've got a little air conditioning unit there, got some lights just to keep it all lit up back there, and then this is going to be where you come back for the tour eventually. But I'll show you guys inside. I'm quite proud of this. It's not done yet, but if you come inside, we've got a couple paintings on the wall. This is my bed temporarily. And as you come in, I've started to decorate from this side over. So we have all this area is all nice here. Empty shulker boxes go in here, and when you empty your inventory, you put everything in this chest here, and it sorts it all into the system. This is all of the miscellaneous stuff that I was not able to sort. So there's nothing up there, which is good, but you can see all these different shulker boxes, item frames, just random stuff in here that I have yet to find a place for, but at the very least, we know that it's junk, and that's okay. As long as all the junk is in one place, that is alright by me. And I have taken advantage of the, I think it's called Peek, and it's a mod where you can see what's inside a shulker box. I was using it earlier to sort out the shulker boxes, and now I've discovered that you can put hats inside and it shows you the hat on top. So I've made these cute little hat stands, and I've even learned how to do armor stands a little bit. Don't look at that too closely. But I've put a bunch of Scars hats all over here and a Scarland VIP ticket over here. Now, these are our dressing rooms. You come in here, you have lots of privacy, well, a decent amount of privacy to change into your mascot costume or whatever the cast members need to do to change and make the experience fun for everyone. All of these paintings are Scar's paintings that he had, you know, stored away in chests and stuff. All of these paintings are featured in the caboose, which functions as his starter base. More decoration is going to go into here. There's going to be like scripts and like a bunch of mascot costumes all lined up in like a little rack right here. I have also started to decorate this a little bit. I want to show these off. So these are the walkways that you're going to be able to go around, and you're going to be able to tour the feed area. I'm having a little thing here. I'm going to keep this water here and I'm going to extend it over. So this is going to be a fish pond where all the dolphins get fed and all that kind of stuff. We've got a tree, and this is going to be for apples and like bamboo and stuff for the panda bears, and it's kind of like it's broken through the wall here. And yeah, there's just going to be stacks of like feed barrels and bags, and there's gonna be forklifts, and it's all gonna look very cool. So I'm really excited to finish this up, but I think for this video that is kind of all I've got in me, guys. Not gonna lie, this took months at this point. I started this, I can't even remember, like literally the end of season 10. Like as soon as the world download came out, I started this project and I'm just now releasing a video on it. So this took me a while, but if you want to see me finish this factory, please let me know down in the comments. Leave a like if you enjoyed this video and want to see more. If you want to see me playing Minecraft and building my own stuff, I am on EchoCraft SMP Season 6, and it is so much fun, so you guys should definitely go check those out. And otherwise, I will see you in the next one. Goodbye!